Hello everybody, welcome to another adventure with Art Whisper 88. I was so impressed with the microfiber paper. It gave me such unexpected results that I'm going to try a larger plate. Now this is 8 by 10 and the paper is almost the same size. Let me show you. So there's hardly going to be any border at all, but I thought I'd give it a try because I want to explore the different subtle textures and values that this paper allows. I don't get that with regular paper, but maybe it's because of the absorbent quality of this microfiber that it picks up the very subtle nuances of the paint. So anyway, I will start with light colors as a background and then work my way with darker ones. So I will start with, this is a color by Lucas. It's called Fern. It's a very pale lemon yellow, and I'll give it a try. And a little bit of Venetian rose. Oops, I think I put too much. Now this paint is probably a little more watery. That's why I have like a lacy pattern. But that's okay. This will make an interesting background with textures. Again, I will put some marks here. Now this is the tricky part. How to lay this it would be very difficult to center because there's hardly any border, but I thought I'd give it a shot. I like that. I like that it picks up the color immediately. I don't have to wait 5 minutes. And it has a very different texture. Okay, just gonna keep going. This time I'm doing lime green. Let me try some sky blue. And some cadmium yellow. No, I am purposely not trying to blend the colors too much. I want some modulation of color. Now there is a little advantage to having the color bleed through a little bit. you can visually tell that the paint is getting absorbed by the paper just by looking. I like this. Okay, let me try some cadmium red. And some lime green. It's pretty cool. Let me just do a sky blue. Let me see if I can pick up this ghost print. And we'll just do an experiment and leave this for about 3 minutes. Very cool. It's a very complex mix of colors. So it does pick up ghost prints, but it behaved very differently when I was using just black. Okay, so I will air dry all 5 of these and then continue on to the next layer. Okay, everybody, I was so pleased by the results of the color shaper last time with the series on a tribute to Friedrich Hammersley. So I'm going to continue that as a second layer. I'm going to use my trusty squirt bottle and make some marks. These are totally random. And I think that the color shaper makes very nice modulation of values. Okay, let's see how this works out. So here's the first pull. Now, since there is no registration, I'll just have to eyeball. Let me get my shield paper. I can tell this is something good. Check this out. Okay. So with the squirt bottle, I can make all kinds of marks, and they will be picked up by the by the microfiber paper. I'm glad it's still quite absorbent, so it really picks up the black very quickly. Like that. Well, let me try an experiment here. Instead of adding, I'm going to be subtracting. Now I find that if I don't press that much, the image actually is clearer. If I press too hard, it just creates a blot. Okay, now for my final one. Okay, I will air dry all of these and do a recap. Okay, everybody, this has dried very nicely. Now, knowing myself, I cannot leave well enough alone. I want to put some additional marks with my squirt bottle. This time I'm going to use some bright orange, and just to do some circles here. Now it gets absorbed into the paper very quickly, and in a way it kind of tones down the intensity of the color. Not necessarily a bad thing, but it's something you have to get used to because it handles very differently than regular paper, which has a tighter weave, and some paper, especially the less expensive ones, have sizing. Now, sizing is a chemical that they add into paper to give it strength and help it to hold together much better. And I don't think this has any kind of sizing. It's purely polyester or microfiber, and that explains the characteristics of it. But here is a close-up. As you can see, the marks of the squirt bottle are very dynamic. They're very unlike the marks caused by a stick or by a brush. Okay, so I will air dry this. Here's the next piece. Again, I want to put some marks here. That's the second piece. And here is piece number 3. Now usually I favor the last piece, but I do like this the best. The paper is really soft, so it's a challenge to get a close-up. And here is piece number 5. This is the last piece. Okay, so let me air dry these, and then maybe it'll be easier to handle when they're completely dry. I'm going to insert a board underneath so I can hold it up to the camera, because it's very difficult to hold this. It's very soft. It's like a piece of fabric. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, everybody. I arranged these on my table, and you can see all 5 of them simultaneously. Let me show you each piece. I have to put it on a backing board so I can hold it. I think this is my favorite one. I just like the bold marks of the black. And interestingly enough, the orange marks of the squirt bottle, they end up looking like a pastel. So there's no telling until you try it, because each paper behaves very differently. And here's the red piece. And here's the first one. I can imagine these as very large canvases. I think they would be very effective, especially with a large scale and a very high gloss. I think they would be very impressive. Here's the pink one. Here's the last one. I like this one also. So there you have it. That is my printing session with microfiber paper. It takes a little getting used to because it is very absorbent, and it's a very soft material, as you can see. But it was a lot of fun to do these, and I hope you liked this journey. Thank you so much for watching. Check out artwhisper88.com, and the sales of my artwork help to keep this channel going. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time.